Don't open it again when it's hot. Welcome back to the continuation of the E21 adventure. In the last video, me and Adams traveled to the seaside with his old 316 E21. If you haven't seen the previous video, I highly recommend you do to see our eventful trip here. And now, we're gonna continue with our marine adventures.
So sorry, I might damage your M.
Nice and And what do you do when you're at the seaside? You go swimming, obviously. So we went swimming. Oh, look at the needlefish, the needlefish, whatever it's called, garfish or something like that. Look at it, straight up zoom. Fun fact, these little guys are actually carnivorous, and they usually scare away all other fish. Never forget to eat up when you get out of the water. Have a nice little snack, like some bread, salami, cheese. Top it off with a nice little gastro mayonnaise. Make yourself a nice little sandwich.
Do you approve, my guy?
At that point, we spent most of our day relaxing and swimming. We then decided it'd be best if we checked some of the local campsites to see if they had any room to take us in. We didn't want to worry where we'd spend the night, and we also didn't want to end up sleeping on some random beach and stressing out for the whole night, like what happened last time.
Nice and cold. There we fucking go. Yeah. Yeah. Insignia turbo.
Fast as fuck.
Either 2.0 turbo ali pa V6. Down tunan OPC motor. V vsakem primeru več kot 200. Morava dati to na šotor ali na... A misliš, da bo penal dobila, če bova dva šotora postavila?
Ja, lej, na parceli lahko postavimo tudi kučico.
We managed to get a lot at one of those campsites, and it was a nice, cozy little lot, but big enough so that we could both have our individual luxurious tents.
What's poppin', Jimbo?
Jimbo, the funny thing here is that somebody put bedrock under all of this. If you, I mean, okay, this one went in. This one didn't. This one didn't. This one didn't. This one did. This one didn't. And if you try anywhere and you force it, you get something a little bit like this. I'm gonna find bedrock right here. Look. It doesn't fucking go in.
So what's the win to lose ratio on this?
Fucking 15% to win it, maybe 10. 10.
1 to 5.
1 to 5, maybe, if you're lucky.
After the camp was set up, we went to see the nearby cliffs.
Another T3.
Yeah.
This unfortunate soul appears to have forgotten their car in the middle of the road. I informed them to relocate their vehicle in a very non-confrontational way.
Move your car, dingus. Kaj bi klenker zdajle delal?
A clanker did the time of his life.
But before we went to see the cliffs, we went to this really nice lookout at the top of the hill.
Ja, sve stopnice su na unoj strani. Ruk!
And we even found an underground bunker.
Greva not.
Misliš, da je vojaški bunker?
Veš da.
Tudi lahko
No.
misliš, da bi dala?
Zadošljivo je, pa fucking smrdi. Ne, man, tako kaj jama je. A je luknja dogod?
Ne.
To je zračnik, probably.
Koliko je tule, evo, tule je mega, tule je nazaj top.
Yep.
Finally, we headed down to the cliffs. They're a very popular spot around here. People like to jump in the water from heights, and also there's a neat little sea cavern down there.
Ja, bomo zvedel zdajle. Glih toliko, da ne moreš stati. Sej, včasih tle pridejo unim tjulni spat, une medvedice.
Yep, that's actually true. Look, I even found this picture. Look at this man right here. Absolutely chillin'. One last treat for the day was the Safari bar. A really interesting little bar where you can order food and drinks, tucked away in the bushes, and where everything is decorated with old nautical equipment. This place gives off a really unique vibe. And since you're in the Balkans, you gotta order yourself a fresh heaping portion of cevapcici with tons of onions to really mess up that breath for the next day. We slept a lot better this time. We decided to take it easy in the morning and plan out the day.
Yeah, join me, sir. There's plenty of room.
The campsite where we stayed was pretty nice, kept clean and wasn't expensive at all. One thing, however, that was interesting was the warden. I don't know what he was. He was helping people find their lots, also making sure that nobody was making too much noise. A receptionist or something, probably the CEO of camping. And what was interesting about him is that he had what we like to call linear pathfinding. When he decided where he wanted to go, he'd plot a straight line to it and just go. And if that meant crossing your lot, he'd just go right in the middle of the tent. Nothing would stop this man. He wouldn't deviate from his line for a millimeter. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but 60% of what I said was true.
It's a bit messy, but oh well. There's plenty of space. And the other camping stuff, including the almighty clanker. The emergency toolbox and other stuff.
One last thing that we wanted to check out were the fossils of some prehistoric creatures. And since it was our final day, we packed our stuff and checked out of the campsite.
Fossil. Ne, to rudisce mu reče, ne? Ali še tisto zraven je, pa tisto tam, pa to. Oh, what? Ja. Holy hell.
Kakav se ribe, to mogo lazi.
And so came the time to head home. We went a bit early because we were fully prepared to stop. A lot. Because it was quite a bit hotter outside than on our way here. And for the same reason, we decided to use the motorway this time. We thought that higher speed and consequently more air through the radiator would help us stay cool. But it didn't make much of a difference.
Would you recommend in any single aspect?
10 out of 10. Pustva, nič ne dirajmo, samo upamo na najboljš, vse prišel boš do doma najbrž normalno.
Če bo pa kaj, bomo tam dirali.
Ja, bo pač mogla lik izrihtati.
We had a really close call on one of the tool booths because someone in front of us couldn't for the life of him figure out how the machine works.
Da ne bo kakšne ilegale momente.
Pa boli me kurac, njega bi. Ne, v teto lukno za bank kartu ljudi. Do tega.
Was that so hard?
For the same reason, we had to figure out what we were going to do at the border crossing. So we decided to cross the border where there was a downhill on our side. So we just turned the engine off and neatly coasted down.
Pa da vsaj laneov dosti odprtih. Pa bremzi tako, brems, pa spust, brems.
Lahko bi zračunal tako povprečno pomikanje, pa kar ročno loko na to.
Some motherfucker with the Kia waiting on the border for looking for his papers. Fuck's sake, we lost all our fucking precious coolness.
Yeah, sadly, we needed to make another little stop a little later on. Adams wanted to top up the radiator and opened it, while the car was still hot, therefore turning the radiator into a nice little fountain of death. Luckily, he didn't get burned. We topped up the radiator, waited a bit, and then pressed on.
Don't open it again when it's hot. Nice. Radiation is compactable. Pa mi sprende od navadnega, kaj? Even though we're a little bit warm, we're racing the train. We're winning! We're winning, guys! Душевые.
Adams was kind enough to let me drive the E21 for the last leg of the trip, and it kinda made me like E21s, maybe even more than E30s. Maybe one day I'll get myself one of these, because they're super cool, and they may already be cheaper than E30s. We were both pretty proud of the car, it did super well. Yeah, it did overheat, but that's on us because we still need to replace the radiator. Adams also told me later on that that was the longest trip the car was on ever since he owned it. The trip itself was also a lot of fun, and we'll probably do more in the future.
The end of an era. It's so empty now. It's so empty now. Okay.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. You can also subscribe if you want to be notified when new videos come out. And that'll be it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Pa daj, no, pa, skudi!